and then I take
Take a
5
pen
and
and leave a
leave
pen.
nothing. This is real finance right here. Somebody's got to steal from the people. All right. Random acts of finance. In this episode, we're going to talk about Robinhood's IPO. I'm going to
Confidential IPO.
Yeah, it's a confidential thing that's in the public eye. Real awkward,
Yes.
awkward way to phrase it all. Before I pass it to Antua, who's going to lead this whole thing, I'm not investing in Robinhood after what they did to us Wall Street bets people. I can't stand behind them. All right, Antua, over to you.
Gogo's a big supporter of Roaring Kitty right now.
Yo, he is not a cat, okay?
I'm not a cat.
One, like Gogo said, they filed for a confidential IPO because they're worried of how the public markets will treat them until their IPO actually happens. So generally for these confidential IPOs, they have to, release their financials to the general public 3 weeks in advance. So now, few facts that, when Aruj brought it up, I started, reading as much as I could on Robinhood, just trying to figure it out. End of 2020, 13 million users. I don't know how that compares to some of the traditional firms like a Schwab or a Ameritrade, but I'm sure that's significantly less than these. But then again, Tesla produces significantly less cars than GM or Toyota, and they're valued 100 times as much. So it doesn't make sense. It's almost like I compare kind of like Robinhood's like usability and user interface to like Tesla's technology and like just the desire to like own one of those like technological cars, I guess. Valuation is going to be anywhere between 30 to 33 billion dollars. The last time they raised money, they were valued at around 11 billion. So a steep premium. But they've also had a lot of controversy in the last few months here. We've all seen it. The CEO got pulled in front of Twitter. People are bashing him left and right on Twitter, on every single social media. A lot of big figures have came out and said that, what you did was wrong. Like, you're literally cutting off the general public from investing in these firms and you're helping out the rich. So you're not for the common people, things like that. People on this call hate the CEO, Vlad. I'm not going to point any names, but people on this call hate the CEO. So now, to you guys, right? We've seen a lot of these newer like apps, technology companies do really well in the market. Do you think there's a potential for Robinhood to, still grow and still make more money?
I think so, as long as the retail investors keep piling in, they have the most cleanest UI and the easiest UI to use. Mm-hmm. So I think there's definitely that, but I think a lot of their potential gains are start hurting and people will start losing as the market has those few months or a few years of downturn where everybody who is investing is losing money day after day, see right on their portfolio. All those new investors who are not used to the downturn will definitely shy away, and that's their biggest market, right? Maybe they're coming in at a certain rate, they may leave faster. Who knows?
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely like their main growth recently from all the new subscriber or like the new members is like again like the whole GameStop, all that hype, all those people like the quick thing that they wanted, like people that heard about GameStop going off, their friends who are investing, they're like, oh yeah, I use Robinhood. That was the first thing that came up. No one was like, oh yeah, I use Fidelity. Oh, I'm TD Ameritrade. No one threw that. Robinhood was like I guess the younger generation's like key thing. Like that's the easiest one to get into. So they got in with that. I mean, personally, I was in Robinhood like for about a year, a little bit over a year, and then after this whole thing, I transferred all my stuff out, and now my account's permanently closed because that's apparently how their thing works. If you transfer your stuff out, they close your account permanently. So I'm out of Robinhood. I don't really care. I might try to play the stock when they go public, but I don't think like this whole thing, like people like me that left would impact them as much. They're still gonna grow. Like they have the market that they need, and they'll be profitable.
What I don't understand.
I would.
Good.
I'll probably do a short on Robinhood, like a quick short on them. Maybe as soon as the IPO, they're gonna fall.
You won't be able to get a short option that quickly. It won't be until like days later, right? Like when you IPO, that's the problem.
I'm not saying the day of.
The day would be the best day,
like,
though. The day would be the best day because you know how it happens.
Yeah, like the day would be the best.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just playing because they're still gonna go IPO and then they're gonna have that issue. It'll be a long short if that makes sense. But I think maybe in 6 months or a year it'll be kicking out, but we'll see.
So my biggest thing with that is, right, so when this whole GameStop fiasco started, we saw that, the private market still believed in Robinhood. Like, they raised $1 billion like this. Like, at 3 a.m., the CEO called his investors.
Citadel
I
raised
mean,
them
I
money.
understand. I understand. But, like, there's other players too that, like, they're existing investors, which includes Google Ventures, and there's a few other big names, right? They still believed in them enough to give them money at 3 a.m. When he called, he goes, I need money. He's there. So do you think the public markets will react the same way? And now that we know, like, Citadel has given them all the support, how do you think the hedge funds will support these, like, companies? Do you think there's going to be a lot of short positions against Robinhood?
No, because people like even if you go on Wall Street Bets, the people that hate Robinhood, go look at their screenshots. They're still on Robinhood. Like, they're still on Robinhood. Like, I'm not going to invest because I personally will not invest in something that I don't like or believe in anymore. It just, if it's a moral thing where I won't make money, I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. I don't like, as a customer, I wasn't treated right, so I'm out, right? If I can't buy American Airlines, a 60-year-old company, your business model sucks at that point, in my opinion. But they'll be fine. Honestly, this is gamification at its finest, and I don't ever understand why other apps haven't done this. Why Fidelity has so much money?
Yeah,
why don't
I
you
100% agree with you.
And maybe it's because you want the traditional investor, the smarter investor, not the millennial investor. But have an option that you can have a gamified version of it, right? So you can attract.
I think
that
Gen Z more than millennial.
Huh?
More like Gen Z, not millennial. I think millennials are all older now.
anyone like even in their 30s are just getting into investing. Those are millennials, right? Like, because a lot of people don't get into it.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I think they should literally make 2 separate apps. Like, how TD Ameritrade has Thinkorswim and then they have their platform.
Absolutely.
Literally make Fidelity has so much money. Schwab has so much money. They can literally create a gamified version of their app and a traditional version of that. You get to choose which one you want.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like that's literally an area where they're lacking, and they can take in so many more customers. It's not even funny.
And the big thing about Robinhood is not the point of Robinhood and why they have money is all of the data they hold on all of these millennials. That's what Citadel pays for. They don't pay because they give a crap about how much profit they're bringing in. They want data.
Yeah.
That's all they want. And that's what they're for. And I don't want to, I mean, I'm part of that everywhere else, but I don't want to be part of it with a company like that at this point, because everyone has my data.
I think do it wherever you can help, right? You can't help that Google is collecting your data. You can't help Facebook, Instagram collecting your data, but you can at least help there. And that's
and also it's what you do with it. That's also, I don't love Facebook, but I'm not getting off Instagram, so it is what it is. But like Google, like what am I supposed to do? I'm not Google shit. Like what am I supposed to do?
Bing, bro, Bing.
Nah, bro, Bing is garbage. I'm using it. I don't get the same results.
I've never binged before.
If you ever Bing anything,
it's such a bad product where Microsoft is like willing to pay you to use it. They literally, like, the more you search on it, you collect the points that you can use and cash out. I'm like,
wait, really?
Yeah, you can literally.
I'm about to start using the shit out of Bing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using Bing. That's fine.
You're gonna earn like pennies for like every million searches you do. But
I search a lot of stupid stuff. I probably should give it to Microsoft, not Google, because then it ends up everywhere. I don't know. I just don't like Robinhood. Like, it wasn't the. I understand to an extent the volatility of AMC and whatever. First of all, don't tell me you're protecting me. No one can protect me from me. Okay, no one can do that. But the other thing is, like, why is Starbucks now gone? Why is American Airlines gone? What if you're not that?
It was a liquidity problem, right?
Yeah, if you're not that liquid, the SEC should be coming down on, like, you need to be this liquid at all times for this moment, and like they're not going to, which is annoying.
No, I think the thing was it wasn't the SEC rule; it was the DTCC rule, right? They changed it right away because they saw the volatility. They didn't want to be holding the bag if shit hit the fan. So they were just like, Robinhood, it's your problem. You figure it out. And the big guys didn't have a problem. I think Apex ran into an issue because Apex is like the broker for like all these small, new finance apps. And that's where they ran into the problem. But apps like, big places like Fidelity and Schwab, they had no problem. They have so much liquid cash available, they can do whatever they want to do.
And they don't also probably don't have the idiots doing it as much either.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
why I
Yeah,
moved to Fidelity, because I'm like, oh, you're doing your
Yeah.
own clearing. Let's go
Yeah.
there. Let's go somewhere where
exactly.
if you have the issue, damn, the world is on fire. Maybe I shouldn't be trading this anymore.
No, and then everybody's 401k is everybody's like
Yeah.
health account, everything is gone. They're like, what
Yeah.
happens then?
Yeah, I just
So.
I'll never understand until another company does it. They need to gamify. That's how Robinhood got me. It was so easy to trade. I don't have to like even looking at Fidelity now. I'm just like, this is so like archaic the way I'm doing it. Why why does it look like this is a website from 1996? Like
Exactly.
I feel like we could build the app and sell it to Fidelity. Like that's I mean, it's so many
their API is available, right? Everything works through the API.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand.
I definitely, Robinhood, man. Like before, I probably like around the GameStop or right before the GameStop stuff that happened. I was literally like every day. I would like open up in the morning and look at them like, oh, that's a stock that I have. I want to buy more. It's down. Literally like 10 seconds. I got like a new transfer and I already own the stock. Like
And
it was just so easy. Yeah, I got confetti, bro. I was like, yes. They're like, good job. You made a poor decision probably, but good job.
You would think with all this regulation that like the SEC does, that they would do something about Robinhood's gamification. Like you can't make it. There needs to be some barrier of entry in the sense of like it can't be.
I think
yeah,
they got on them for their options trading. I think they did that without any kind of education, which they got in trouble for. So now you see so much education available on Robinhood for that. But
what was worse with the options, do you remember, is when you would option trade, it would tell you the potential gain. It would be like unlimited, and all you could lose is $25. I'm like, yeah, but you're most likely gonna lose the $25. Like, it was bad. Like, yeah, I don't know. You would think in a industry where regulation is like that drives like the market, you would think they would do some regulation that like you can't make this easier than learning how to play FIFA. Like FIFA is more difficult. So I don't know.
Well, FIFA is pretty hard though.
I have very strong feelings against Robinhood now. That's why I'm moving everything away. It's just taking forever.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's sitting in my Robinhood is just my crypto, which I'm just waiting for them to
Doge to the moon.
No, it's just Ethereum. I bought Ethereum too early on there, and I don't want to cash out and take gains because I don't want to pay taxes on it. So I'm just going to transfer it out. I'll wait.
That's fair. What else you got for us, Ansula? The man.
No, that's. I mean, honestly, I'm excited to see how this goes. They just recently filed. I know we all have our different feelings towards Robinhood. I personally think it's going to be a good stock to buy, just given like what I think in the new year alone, like in the month leading up to the or during the GameStop frenzy, they added like 3 million users. So even when people are like shitting on them, they were making money. They were getting new users. They were making money. So I think like long-term play, we of course the traditional guys are not going to go anywhere. But now we've seen more people start to invest, especially people being home so much. Like a lot more people got into it, and I think this is a good platform for people to start. And once people get on, they just won't leave.
Do you guys think that also they got so much influx of users because of all the stimulus checks? Because like a lot of people, the new investors that came in, they're all getting the stimulus checks, and most likely they didn't need it because they're pumping it in there. Because I know there's a lot of companies, even crypto companies. Literally every time there's a new stimulus check, they will see the exact same deposit come into their accounts from like hundreds of thousands of users. So I feel like once the stimulus checks go away, you think there's going to be a big drop off also?
Probably, but the user's already there, right? What's the matter to Robinhood?
Yeah, but I mean, the user may be there, but they're not using the app, or maybe they lost the money, because the market's down, they sell out. You think they'll cash out and leave?
I don't think the average person that's doing that even knows what capital gains is, and even what they gained. To me, no, I mean, seriously, they don't know what capital gains are, and they're gonna get screwed over by that. There should also be education on there because people don't know what capital gains are, and they're just getting the money. And they don't
honestly, I've literally had to explain short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains, and what do you call it? What's the word? I'm cashing out on it right now, but when you cover your losses from the gains you had, what is the word?
Harvesting.
Harvesting.
Harvesting. Tax loss harvesting. Yeah. So I had that explained to so many people within the past like 3 months, where I'm like, you didn't pay attention to this, and when you pay your taxes, you're gonna get hit with everything that you
Yeah.
didn't realize. So
I didn't know it's called harvesting, but I always knew you just balance out your losses and your gains. Like it's just like finance 101. Yes, the technical term is harvesting, but like, come on, you can only
no,
have
but
capital gains. Yeah.
it's also a little bit on top of that too. You know, if you want to
Yeah.
continue to hold certain positions, you
can
can
buy back in. Yeah.
exactly. So that kind of stuff, you know. So I think that there's been so much loss of education that on these maybe a majority of the 13 million users that are on the platform, that I don't know. Hopefully they don't get hit with a big tax bill. So we'll see.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of them. I think people with crypto also don't know that I just have this fake thing and I just make more. I'm like, no, it's capital gains still.
Yeah. Well, I think yeah, with crypto there actually could be a worse case scenario, because not just loopholes, it's that you have to report it yourself. The crypto companies don't have to legally report it to the IRS, but you have to do that yourself. So if you have big, you know, gains, whatever, and you just cashed out and you didn't notify the IRS about it, there's some letters coming in your mail.
But they'll still send you a 1099. All these companies will send you a 1099, right? Like
no, they don't legally, unless there's like a certain limit. If you didn't earn that much or something, they don't even have to send you a 1099. You literally have to contact the company to give you like a CSV export of these are your gains for the.
And crypto is considered an asset, not an equity, so it doesn't.
Exactly.
It's like it's a different type of thing that you.
Yeah. So there's no 1099 on that. So yeah. What do you think the opening number is going to be for them?
137.
$137.
$137. I think now I don't know. We don't know their financials, right? I don't know, but I think it's around 130. If I'm looking at like what did Roblox or whatever,
$100 million.
Roblox was like 60 to 70. That's sort of like kind of for the day.
So this I would feel like is double, and I think that
Coinbase. What was Airbnb's IPO amount? Do you guys remember that?
I'm looking it up right now.
Kind of bought it at like 140 or something like that.
So I'm saying
what was their valuation?
I'm saying 137 would be when it's actually tradable.
140. Airbnb was I think like one or no, never mind. No, it was.
Airbnb
it was like 130 something.
146. I opened that.
Okay, what was their valuation?
35 billion at between $44 and $50 per share.
Okay. Yeah. So I would probably be around that number. You too.
137 is probably it. It'll probably. I think as we get closer, they're gonna start going and putting out the good presser, and it'll end up at like 160 something because they have to go on a press run. Like they have to go on a press run because of everything that happened. It's wild that a company that's like faced fines and that have pending lawsuits can IPO like this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, welcome to America where the players play. We ride them things like every day. That's all I'm gonna say there. I'm gonna read one message on Wall Street Bets about the Robinhood IPO, and I hope to achieve this level of pettiness in my life, because this person's level of pettiness is what I want in my life. He says, or she says, their name is Brains, by the way. That's their username. Is it okay to short, and in this case put a put because you can't actually short, but is it okay to short Robinhood stock by 1 share on the Robinhood app, then move it to Fidelity, but leave the Robinhood app alive with 1 short of Robinhood and abandon it so they have to mail you the financials every year? Just wondering. Next person was just like, I can get behind this level of pettiness. And with that is the best message I've ever seen. And if I could short 1 stock of it, I would, but not 100, not 100 shares. I don't have that kind of money. Anything else before we close this thing out? This thing?
That's it for Robinhood. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk about Coinbase soon as well. So make sure you're subscribed and tell us below why you hate Robinhood or why you like it. But if you like it, I mean, still.
If you like Robinhood, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like Robinhood, also give us a thumbs up.
Yeah,
just to show Robinhood the other way around,
Yeah. Exactly.
And also join me in my crusade to short Robinhood. No, I'm just kidding. Also, we're not financial advisors, so take all this with a grain of salt. I'm petty. I'm not even a financial advisor. I'm a pettiness advisor. All right. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment below. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Where's my mouse? Okay, got it.